Revealing deeply personal reflections, Stephen Hawking challenges everything we thought we knew about his stance on the divine. Though publicly leaning toward atheism, Hawking appeared to grapple with profound questions about existence, purpose, and the universe in ways that have shocked many. Even more astonishing are his references to a 2,000-year-old lie, suggesting that humanity's understanding of God and creation may be fundamentally flawed. Could this revelation bridge the divide between science and faith? Who was Stephen Hawking? Stephen Hawking was one of the most brilliant minds in modern history. As a physicist, his groundbreaking work reshaped our understanding of the universe. Born on January 8, 1942, in Oxford, England, his early life offered little indication of the monumental achievements he would later accomplish. However, his insatiable curiosity and passion for mathematics quickly set him apart, laying the foundation for a career that transformed science. Hawking was a promising student at the University of Oxford and later at the University of Cambridge, where he pursued a doctorate in cosmology. At just 21, his life took a dramatic turn when he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, a progressive neurodegenerative disease. Doctors gave him only 2 years to live, but Hawking defied those odds, surviving for over 5 decades and becoming an unparalleled figure in theoretical physics. Despite his physical limitations, which eventually left him almost entirely paralyzed, Hawking communicated using a speech-generating device and continued his academic pursuits. His work primarily focused on the nature of black holes, the origins of the universe, and the unification of general relativity and quantum mechanics. Among his contributions was the groundbreaking theory of Hawking radiation, which demonstrated that black holes emit energy and could eventually evaporate. Hawking's resilience in the face of his condition inspired millions. His life became a testament to the power of the human spirit, showing that even the most daunting challenges can be overcome with determination, creativity, and humor, qualities that became hallmarks of his personality. Scientific achievements. Stephen Hawking's scientific achievements were monumental. His most famous work revolved around black holes and their role in the universe. He proposed that black holes are not entirely black but emit small amounts of radiation, now known as Hawking radiation. This theory expanded our understanding of black holes and brought physicists closer to resolving one of the great puzzles of modern science, reconciling general relativity with quantum mechanics. Hawking's contributions extended beyond black holes. His 1988 book A Brief History of Time became a global bestseller, making complex scientific ideas accessible to the general public. The book explored topics such as the Big Bang, time's arrow, and the possibility of a multiverse, captivating readers worldwide. Hawking's groundbreaking work brought him international fame, establishing him as a public intellectual capable of bridging the gap between academia and popular culture. While his scientific achievements made him a household name, his views on God and religion sparked significant controversy. Early in his career, Hawking was often asked about the role of a creator in the universe's existence. In his landmark work A Brief History of Time, he suggested that if we could discover a unified theory of physics, we might know the mind of God. This statement was widely interpreted as an acknowledgement of a higher power, but Hawking later clarified that it was meant metaphorically. Over time, Hawking's views on God evolved, becoming more explicitly atheistic. In his 2010 book The Grand Design, he declared, "It is not necessary to invoke God to light the blue touch paper and set the universe going." He argued that the laws of physics alone were sufficient to explain the creation of the universe, citing phenomena like quantum fluctuations as evidence that the cosmos could arise from nothing. These statements positioned Hawking as a prominent voice in the debate between science and religion. Critics accused him of dismissing the metaphysical questions that science alone could not answer, while supporters praised his courage in challenging traditional views. Through it all, Hawking maintained that his primary allegiance was to the pursuit of scientific truth, even if it led to uncomfortable conclusions. For Hawking, science was a lens through which to understand existence itself. He believed the universe operated according to discoverable laws and that humanity's greatest challenge was to uncover them. His work was driven by a sense of wonder at the cosmos and a belief that even the most complex phenomena could ultimately be explained. Hawking's focus on the laws of nature aligned closely with the philosophy of Baruch Spinoza and the God of Spinoza, later embraced by Albert Einstein. His quest to uncover the universe's secrets often brought him into dialogue with existential questions about purpose and meaning. While he publicly dismissed the idea of an afterlife or divine intervention, his writings and interviews occasionally hinted at a deeper curiosity about humanity's place in the grand cosmic order. The concept of a secret diary about God imagines an evolution in Hawking's views, adding a layer of intrigue to an already complex legacy. Could there have been more to his reflections on faith than he shared publicly? The tension between his atheism and the philosophical echoes of Einstein's Spinozan God creates a fascinating dimension to his life and work. Hawking's secret writings provide a profound platform from which to explore his life's work. If these writings truly grappled with the 2,000-year-old lie about God and creation, what might they reveal? The diary's content offers an opportunity to re-examine his public statements and consider whether his private thoughts told a different story. The leaked diary is a stunning revelation, as its contents deviate sharply from Hawking's publicly atheistic stance. Instead, the diary presents a nuanced, almost spiritual perspective that contrasts starkly with the positions he shared with the world. Even more provocative is his reference to a 2,000-year-old lie about God and creation, an idea that challenges centuries of religious and scientific thought. According to the diary, Hawking spent considerable time contemplating the concept of God, a subject he had approached with skepticism in his public statements. Yet these writings suggest a much more introspective and conflicted relationship with the divine. In its pages, Hawking reflects on the awe-inspiring beauty of the cosmos and the profound questions it raises about existence. In one entry, he writes, "I have long maintained that science offers the best tools for understanding the universe, but there are moments when its elegance suggests something more, a pattern, a reason, a force." While stopping short of embracing a traditional deity, Hawking's words hint at a sense of wonder and reverence for the laws of nature, reminiscent of Albert Einstein's belief in the God of Spinoza. In one striking passage, Hawking writes, "If there is a God, it is not the God of prayers and miracles, but the God of equations and symmetry. The universe itself is the divine." This imagined reflection bridges the gap between science and spirituality, presenting Hawking as a thinker who, despite his public atheism, was captivated by the elegance of the cosmos in a way that bordered on the spiritual. The diary also reveals Hawking's thoughts on Einstein, whom he admired both as a physicist and a philosopher. Hawking reflects on Einstein's famous quote, "I believe in Spinoza's God, who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of what exists." Hawking's writings suggest he may have shared this sentiment, seeing divinity not in the supernatural but in the natural laws that govern reality. Perhaps the most provocative claim in the leaked diary is Hawking's reference to a 2,000-year-old lie about God and creation. The diary suggests that Hawking was grappling with how religious institutions have historically shaped humanity's understanding of the divine. In one entry, Hawking writes, "For 2 millennia, humanity has clung to the idea of a God who created the universe in an instant, who dictates morality and watches over us. But this idea has confined our understanding rather than expanded it." He goes on to argue that the lie is not in the existence of God but in the limitations imposed by this traditional conception. Hawking challenges the portrayal of God as an anthropomorphic figure who controls the cosmos like a puppeteer. Instead, he appears to question the traditional narrative of creation found in many religious texts. He suggests that the origins of the universe lie in self-sustaining natural processes, describing the 2,000-year-old lie as a misunderstanding that has limited humanity's capacity to explore deeper truths about existence. Rather than dismissing the divine entirely, Hawking's diary reimagines God as the underlying order of the universe, a force to be understood through science rather than worshipped through dogma. The leaked diary paints a portrait of Stephen Hawking as a man deeply engaged with the existential questions raised by his scientific work. These private reflections reveal a complex inner dialogue as Hawking wrestles with the tension between his scientific understanding of the universe and the profound sense of mystery that science cannot fully explain. In one poignant entry, he writes, "I have spent my life searching for the answers to the universe's greatest questions, yet as much as I have uncovered, there remains a sense that something lies beyond, a truth not yet grasped, perhaps never grasped." These words suggest a humility often absent from Hawking's public statements, offering a glimpse into a man who, despite his extraordinary intellect, recognized the limits of human knowledge. The diary's revelations challenge both religious and scientific communities to reconsider their assumptions about Hawking and his views on God. For religious believers, the writings complicate the narrative of Hawking as an antagonist of faith, suggesting that he grappled with questions of divinity in a way that transcended dogma. For scientists, the diary underscores the importance of wonder and humility in the pursuit of knowledge, reminding us that even the greatest minds are not immune to the mysteries of existence. As the diary delves deeper into the nature of God and creation, it raises profound questions about the origins of the universe and humanity's role within it. Hawking's reflections on the 2,000-year-old lie set the stage for a broader exploration of how science and religion can coexist and perhaps even complement each other in the quest for truth. Hawking's views echo the philosophy of Baruch Spinoza, a 17th-century thinker who redefined the concept of God in a way that resonated deeply with some of history's greatest scientific minds, including Albert Einstein and perhaps Hawking himself. Spinoza's God was not the anthropomorphic deity of traditional religion but the embodiment of the natural order, a divine presence expressed in the elegance and harmony of the cosmos. For Spinoza, God was synonymous with nature itself, an infinite and eternal force that manifested through the order and harmony of existence. This vision of divinity offered a profound perspective, one grounded not in miracles or interventions but in the inherent beauty and logic of the cosmos. Einstein famously echoed Spinoza's view, stating, "I believe in Spinoza's God, who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of what exists, not in a God who concerns himself with the fates and actions of human beings." For Einstein, the divine was not a being to be worshipped, but an awe-inspiring reality to be understood through science. He saw the study of nature as a spiritual pursuit, one that revealed the intricate workings of the universe and humanity's small yet significant place within it. Stephen Hawking's theories share striking parallels with the God of Spinoza and Einstein. Hawking's lifelong quest to understand the universe revolved around uncovering the laws of physics that govern reality. Like Spinoza and Einstein, he revered the elegance of these laws, describing them on various occasions as profoundly beautiful and almost transcendent in their consistency. Hawking's work on black holes, the Big Bang, and quantum mechanics reflected this reverence. In his groundbreaking theory of Hawking radiation, he demonstrated that even the most enigmatic phenomena in the universe obey mathematical rules. His ability to translate these rules into comprehensible ideas revealed not only his intellectual prowess but also his deep respect for the intricate design of the cosmos. In the diary, Hawking explores the possibility that science and spirituality are not mutually exclusive, but interconnected ways of understanding existence. In one passage, the diary reads, "If there is a God, it is not one who grants prayers or intervenes in wars. It is a God who reveals itself in the symmetry of an atom, the vastness of a black hole, and the elegance of a mathematical equation." These words capture the essence of Spinoza's philosophy and align with Einstein's vision of a God revealed through nature. The diary also delves into Hawking's struggle to reconcile his atheism with the profound sense of awe he felt for the cosmos. While he rejected the notion of a personal deity, his writings suggest an openness to the idea that the universe itself could be considered divine. This perspective does not require belief in miracles or an afterlife but invites a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness and order of all things. If the diary reveals anything about Stephen Hawking's inner world, it is his enduring curiosity and his ability to define beauty and complexity. The parallels between his theories and Spinoza's God highlight a profound respect for the universe's order, respect that transcends traditional boundaries between atheism and spirituality. As the diary's revelations continue to challenge assumptions about Hawking's views on God, they also invite readers to rethink their own understanding of divinity, whether through science, philosophy, or faith. The pursuit of truth and wonder remains a universal endeavor, one that unites rather than divides. Hawking's reflections on the God of Spinoza and Einstein provide a compelling backdrop for his exploration of humanity's misconceptions about God and creation. His reference to a 2,000-year-old lie promises to deepen this inquiry. The science-religion divide has shaped humanity's quest for truth for centuries, often creating tensions between those seeking answers through empirical evidence and those looking to faith for understanding. Throughout history, pivotal moments have highlighted this conflict, from Galileo's trial for championing heliocentrism to modern debates over evolution and the origins of the universe. Stephen Hawking's career placed him squarely within this ongoing dialogue. He was, after all, a figure whose groundbreaking discoveries and public statements often challenge traditional religious beliefs. The revelations in his secret diary about God offer a new perspective on this divide. It seamlessly blends insights from science and spirituality to navigate the conflicts that have long divided these two worlds. Few historical events exemplify the science-religion divide as clearly as Galileo Galilei's 17th-century confrontation with the Catholic Church. Galileo's defense of the heliocentric model, that the Earth revolved around the Sun, challenged the Church's geocentric view, which was rooted in centuries-old interpretations of Scripture. His observations, based on telescopic evidence, contradicted the prevailing belief that humanity occupied the physical and spiritual center of the universe. The Church viewed Galileo's ideas as a threat to its authority and doctrines. In 1633, Galileo was tried by the Roman Inquisition, forced to recant his views, and sentenced to house arrest. This event became a symbol of the friction between scientific progress and institutional dogma and highlighted the difficulties of integrating new knowledge with established beliefs. Galileo's struggle is echoed in modern times by figures like Stephen Hawking, who challenged long-held religious narratives about creation and existence. Like Galileo, Hawking's work in cosmology questioned the traditional role of a divine creator, suggesting that the universe could arise from natural laws without supernatural intervention. His declarations, such as, "God is not," the necessity to explain the origins of the universe, sparked debates that mirrored the resistance Galileo faced centuries earlier. Stephen Hawking's theories about the origins of the universe and the nature of time positioned him at the forefront of the science-religion divide in the 21st century. His work on the Big Bang, black holes, and quantum mechanics offered explanations for phenomena that were once attributed to divine intervention. Hawking often framed his arguments as challenges to traditional theology, famously asserting in The Grand Design that the universe can and will create itself from nothing. While these statements earned him admiration among secular thinkers, they also drew criticism from religious communities. Many saw his views as dismissive of faith, believing he reduced the mystery of existence to equations and natural processes. Yet, as the secret diary about God suggests, Hawking's private reflections may have been more nuanced. The diary reveals a thinker who, despite his public atheism, grappled with the profound questions of purpose and meaning that science alone could not fully answer. In the secret diary about God, Hawking addresses the tension between science and religion with surprising sensitivity. He acknowledges the historical conflicts that have divided these fields but proposes a framework for reconciling their differences. One entry reads, "Science and religion are not opposites, they are lenses through which humanity seeks truth. The universe is too vast for either to claim exclusivity." This perspective challenges the narrative that science and religion must always be at odds. Hawking's diary suggests that the laws of physics, rather than disproving the divine, could be seen as evidence of a higher order. By framing God as the embodiment of these laws, a force intrinsic to the universe rather than separate from it, Hawking bridges the gap between skepticism and spirituality. The diary also reflects on the limitations of both science and religion. Hawking notes that while science excels at answering how questions, it struggles with the why. Religion, on the other hand, provides a framework for understanding purpose but often resists the empirical scrutiny that defines scientific inquiry. In one passage, he writes, "The clash between science and religion is not inevitable, it arises when one tries to do the work of the other." The diary's insights offer a roadmap for navigating the science-religion divide. Hawking's reflections encourage a dialogue that respects the contributions of both fields while acknowledging their distinct roles. Science, he suggests, is a tool for understanding the mechanics of the universe, while religion offers a means of grappling with its deeper mysteries. This perspective aligns with the philosophies of thinkers like Einstein, who saw no contradiction between studying the natural world and feeling awe for its order. Hawking's writings in the diary extend this idea. It proposes that the greatest discoveries come not from rejecting one lens in favor of the other, but from using both to gain a fuller understanding of existence. The diary's revelations about the 2,000-year-old lie take this exploration further. It questions the divide between science and religion, but also the narratives that have shaped humanity's understanding of God and creation. These provocative claims set the stage for a deeper examination of how history and tradition have influenced the way we perceive the divine. Among the most provocative revelations in Stephen Hawking's secret diary about God is his reference to a 2,000-year-old lie. This phrase seems shrouded in mystery. It challenges long-standing religious doctrines about creation and God's role in the universe. According to the diary, Hawking used this term to describe how religious institutions historically framed God as an anthropomorphic creator directly intervening in the workings of the cosmos. These misconceptions, he argued, not only misrepresented the divine but also constrained humanity's understanding of existence. More than anything, it stifled progress in both science and spirituality. The diary traces the roots of the 2,000-year-old lie to the early days of institutionalized religion, particularly during the rise of Christianity in the Roman Empire. Hawking speculates that as religious leaders sought to consolidate power, they presented a simplistic, anthropocentric view of God as a paternal figure overseeing the universe like a watchmaker. This portrayal served to make the divine more relatable but inadvertently limited humanity's perception of God's nature. In one passage, Hawking writes, "The God of ancient doctrines was shaped less by truth and more by the needs of institutions to maintain control. By reducing the divine to human terms, they confined it to a role that science would later unravel." He suggests that this anthropomorphic image of God, which framed creation as a singular act of divine will, ignored the. Hawking laments that these early doctrines discouraged curiosity and inquiry by framing divine creation as an unassailable truth. Religious institutions resisted scientific advancements that threatened to challenge their authority. This resistance, he argues, perpetuated the lie that God's role in the universe could only be understood through literal interpretations of sacred texts. The 2,000-year-old lie concept also highlights the stark contrast between ancient doctrines and modern scientific discoveries. Hawking's diary suggests that while religious teachings once provided comfort and explanations for the unknown, they failed to evolve alongside humanity's growing understanding of the cosmos. The result, he asserts, is a disconnect between faith and reason, a divide that has persisted for centuries. For example, traditional doctrines often describe creation as a finite event, a single moment in which God brought the universe into existence. However, modern cosmology reveals a far more complex and dynamic process. The Big Bang, quantum fluctuations, and the continuous expansion of the universe paint a picture of creation as an ongoing phenomenon governed by natural laws. Hawking's work on black holes and quantum mechanics further underscores the idea that the universe operates through processes that require no external intervention to sustain. In the diary, Hawking speculates that the lie is the way religious narratives oversimplify creation, divorcing it from the intricacies revealed by science. He writes, "The true wonder of the universe is not diminished by its self-sustaining nature, rather, it is magnified. To reduce this grandeur to a momentary act of divine whim is to miss the point entirely." So, what did Hawking mean by the 2,000-year-old lie? The diary offers a tantalizing interpretation. The lie is humanity's tendency to confine God to human terms. It projects onto the divine the limitations of human understanding. This misrepresentation is perpetuated by religious institutions and creates a false dichotomy between science and faith, portraying them as opposing forces rather than complementary. Hawking's writings suggest that the lie has profound implications for how humanity approaches the mysteries of existence. By clinging to outdated narratives, he argues, we risk overlooking the deeper truths revealed by the universe itself. The diary proposes a reimagining of God, not as a supernatural being dictating the cosmos, but as the embodiment of the natural laws that sustain it. This perspective aligns with the philosophies of Spinoza and Einstein and offers a vision of divinity that transcends dogma and invites exploration. In one entry, Hawking reflects, the real lie is not in believing in God, but in limiting God to the confines of human imagination. The universe is vast, complex, and self-sustaining. This is its divinity. To understand it is to glimpse the mind of God. These words suggest that Hawking's rejection of traditional theology was not a denial of spirituality but a call to rethink how humanity understands the divine in its essence. Hawking's diary explores whether the laws of nature themselves could be considered divine. This reimagining of God as the essence of universal order sets the stage for a profound discussion about the origins of life and the purpose of the cosmos. Does the way Hawking framed his existential questions in his secret diary resonate with you? Share your thoughts with us in the comments, we'd love to hear. For now, we're out of here. Catch you in the next video.